So well students, today we will take up a very important this topic, and virtually it will lay the foundation of your this inverse trigonometric function. So we have now dealt with all the 6 graphs very nicely, and have requested you earlier to go through their principal branches, and not only in a cursory manner, but you should have you had one day in between, and I suppose that you must would have practiced it as well. So today, see, I am first of all taking up all the principal branches of the trigonometric function and their inverse function. See, I will be least bothered now about this domain and range of this thing. What I will be interested here will be only in the principal branches, and for the simple reason that we have already learned that see, a function is invertible only if and only if it is bisective. Bisective means 1, 1 on 2. And in the principal branch, it is precisely that all the values of the these trigonometric functions, they will acquire and acquire only once, and that's the reason that since they will be 1, 1 on 2 basically, so we will be in a position to define their inverses. And so I am writing here the principal branches of trigonometric function and the inverse trigonometric functions. And you will refresh it like this. See, for sine, so here I will be writing trigonometric sine theta, and in the second column, what I will be writing is the principal branch. Not only the principal branch, but as I have been telling you, that how the curve changes, that is more important for understanding, for having the complete understanding of these trigonometric inverse functions. Principal branch I will write here in the second column, and then see, I will write this thing. Here it will be the inverse function of this inverse, and then the principal branch of inverse fraction. Here I will be writing principal branch of inverse function. Inverse function. So sine theta, very easy. You know its principal branch is what? Closed interval -1 to +1, and what? Sorry, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and it is the principal branch. And in this principal branch, see, I will just write beneath it also how the values go in this principal branch. So here, see, they will go from -1 to +1. I am just writing here. See, principal branch and the values of function, and values of function, and values of function. See, here I will be writing here. So as you go from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, so it will, the values of sine theta will go from -1 to +1. And as such, for the inverse function, what will be the principal branch of sine inverse now? So it will be now -1 to +1, and herein, see, the values will go in what manner? When you are at -1, it will be minus pi by 2, and then it will go to pi by 2. So that this thing you need to understand very nicely. Then for cos theta, again see, so this was about the sine theta. Okay, then for cos theta, again see, the principal branch will be what? 0 to pi, 0 to pi, 0 to pi by 2 to pi, all closed. And therein the values will change how? At 0 it will be 1, 1 to 0, and then further it will diminish to minus 1. See, this aspect also needs to be looked at. Here, see, in the side, as you go in the principal branch from left to right, then the value will continuously increasing, and that is what we will see. We have seen in the graph also. If you look into the graph here, then it is like this thing. It is increasing all the way, and in the cos it is decreasing all the way. See, the graph comes almost like this. If you look in at 0, it is 1, and then at pi by 2 it will become 0, and then at pi it will become minus 0. So throughout it is decreasing this cos 1. And so here for inverse of this thing, that is here, if I write sine inverse theta, here I will write cos inverse theta. So in principal branch again will be what? 0 to pi by 2 to pi. See, I am writing this particular manner, and at 0 it will be 1, 1 to 0, 0 to minus 1, close interval. See, this is how the value will be changing. So all these things you may know. Now then I write sec and cosec. Sec theta, sine cosec theta, okay? Cosec theta. So what are its principal branch? C. It is minus pi by 2, okay? Minus pi by 2, okay? Let me write 0. Because now here on the left it will be closed in this thing, and union what? 0 open to pi by 2 till pi by 2. This is on the right, it is closed. See, this is very important. And what are their values here? See, at minus pi by 2, the value will be what? Of course, cosec theta is minus 1, and then it will keep on decreasing, go to minus infinity, and then see what will happen. Here at 0, you see 0 is not included. This is important. 0 is not included. And so in cosec theta, here the value will be going towards, see here minus infinity, aberrant change in the value of the function. So infinity to 1 plus 1, and this all. So this is all about cosec theta. You have seen in the graph. So this much of thing you need to understand very nicely. Here we will write cosec inverse theta, and here see exactly what see, this will be the principal branch now, and these will be the values of the function in the graph of this thing, because now minus 1 to minus infinity, close on the one side, open on this thing, union till infinity to plus 1. This right side close, isn't it? So this is how it will go. And what are the possible values? At minus 1, it will be minus pi by 2. And then it will go to 0. So it will be closed this way, open on this way, union 0 to pi by 2. Please see. So this is cosec theta. This is cosec theta. See, this is why I am writing all this thing is because this has not been given very in this particular manner in your book, so you need to make this table. See, this will form the backbone. That day also I did tell you, today again I am repeating it. If those who have still not done it, please do it, because that will only help you. See here, sec theta, you know, it is 0 to pi. So simple, you write 0 to pi by 2, okay? Pi by 2 will not be there, 0, and then pi by 2 to again pi. Pi is closed in this side. And what are the possible values? 0, it will be 1. See, here interestingly, 0 to pi by 2, the values are positive. Here see negative. 0 to pi by 2 values are positive. Here 0 to pi by 2, yes, the values will be positive. 0 it will be 1, and then from 1 value will be going cos pi by 2, infinity, isn't it? And then this union, and then pi by 2 to pi by 2, it will become minus infinity, and at pi exactly 1 upon cos pi by 2 minus infinity and 0, 1. So it will be plus 1, closed in this side. This arrow side, please make, either you put comma, but see, this is simply showing that it will be infinity. 1 to infinity minus infinity to cos pi is minus 1, please see. Minus 1, please make it minus 1. Here it is 1 to infinity, and for sec theta, it bit from pi by 2 to pi. Sec is 0 to pi, yes. It will be minus infinity to minus 1, fine. And then see sec inverse theta. Now see this thing, 1 to infinity, and its principal value will be what? And minus 1. So close here. This is minus 1. Please see this y will be closed here. And this will be also closed. That odd thing you have seen, so it will be 0 to pi by 2, and here it will be going like this, minus infinity to minus 1, and it is minus, sorry, 0 to pi by 2, and it is pi by 2 to pi. Close. So this is about sec theta. And then the tangent theta, very simple, minus pi by 2 to 0 to pi by 2, and open on both sides, and the values which it will be acquiring will be minus pi by 2 minus infinity, and then 0 here, it is infinity minus infinity, and then here it will be infinity open, and then here it will be tan inverse theta, and it will be, for it the principal value will be this thing, it will go from minus infinity to 0 to infinity open, and therein see the value will go from minus pi by 2 to 0 to pi by 2 open both sides. And the last one also, please do write it. Is it visible? Cot theta, is it coming on my screen or not?
Yes, sir.
Coming? Okay, please, I am speaking, do write it. It is 0 to pi, 0 to pi by 2 to pi, open on both sides, and the value which will be acquired, at 0 it will be infinity, and then pi by 2 0 and minus infinity. Then for cot inverse, just hold on, I will be giving you cot inverse. It will be, yes? हाँ, कॉट वाला मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ, आप लोग लिख लीजिए. Okay, I will show it to you. I am just holding it like this. Okay, just. I have to hold it like this. If you can. लिखिए इसको. आप इसे लिखिए 0 to pi by 2 to pi, पे इसकी वैल्यू जाएगी इंफिनिटी टू 0 to minus infinity cot inverse theta. इसको इसका उल्टा लिख दीजिए, इंफिनिटी टू 0 to minus infinity, and here it will be 0 to pi by 2 to pi. Open on both sides. Inverse. ठीक है? ये लीजिए. मैं इसका वो भेज दूंगा आप लोगों के पास, आप मत परेशान होइए. I will send the video today itself. Let me see if I can adjust. And then the top portion will go. Now it's okay? Bhavya sir, now it's okay?
Yes, sir.
Please do it. Write it. Okay. The top portion is missing it out, I think. Do write. No issues. If something is left out, I will be sending it. I am recording it from my iPad. I will send it to you. Okay. Now see, let us come to the graphs of inverse functions. With this understanding, now we can draw the graphs of inverse function. And before I start taking up the graphs of these inverse functions, I once again repeat here that the principle employed will be that if a function is 1, 1 onto, then it is invertible. So see, I'll be explaining this fact again. I'll be drawing both the graphs here. Suppose, see, first of all, we will take sine theta and sine inverse theta. So sine theta, you know, it's I am drawing its principal branch here, and it is like this. Pi is suppose 1 here, and pi by 2 here. Suppose this is pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2. This is 1. This is plus 1. This is minus 1. So see, if you look in, it is just like this. And here it is like this. See, this is the principal branch. At minus pi by 2, it is like this. At plus, it is plus 1. This is the graph of y is equal to sine theta in its principal branch. Now here, see, I would like to mention you. The value of pi by 2 is somewhat larger than that of 1. So please see, here it will be lesser and this much of distance will be somewhat larger. This is now for y is equal to sine inverse theta. Okay, y is equal to sine inverse theta. Let's draw its graph here. I will draw it. So as I said, for sine theta, the principal branch is what? Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And what are the values acquired therein? Minus 1 to plus 1. Please see, and it is closed both the sides. This is what you wrote in your that table. Now with this understanding, see here, all the values from minus 1, plus 1, see it is 1, 1 onto mapping. See, from the GUR you have to ensure that, see, all the values as you go from in this closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, then what is happening? All the values from minus 1 to plus 1, all intermediate values in the closed interval minus 1 to plus 1 are being acquired and acquired once. Clearly showing the picture itself, see the graph of sin x in its principal branch, that is my closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. From there you see, you can easily visualize that, see, all the values, all intermediate values from minus 1 to plus 1 are being acquired and acquired once. It is increasing all the way. So this fact. Now since sin x function in its principal branch, that is closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, it is what? 1, 1 on 2. So it will clearly have inverse function, and that we will call at what? Sine inverse x function. So for sine inverse x function, see, whatever is the range set here is, that will become the domain of the sine inverse x function, theta function, and what is the domain here will become the range set therein. That will become the range set therein. Okay, so this is what in the principal branch you are justified in saying that yes, sine inverse theta will exist. And now regarding the graph, see, what you need to do is, see, from minus 1 to plus 1, the codomain of sine theta will become the domain of sine inverse theta. And this thing, domain of sine theta, that will become what? The codomain of sine inverse theta, because 1, 1 onto function is defining. And why it is? Because see, you have earlier seen, I would like to remind you of that theorem, wherein see how you have defined the inverse function. You recollect inverse function, if ff, see there was the theorem that f is invertible, if and only if f is 1 1 on 2. And see, when when you were proving this side, that given was f is 1 1 on 2 and you wanted to show that f is invertible, then see therein you define like this, that if that f inverse y is equal to x. Please see, there is, recall it, you said that f inverse y will be equal to x if and only if fx is equal to y. So see, this particular aspect we are employing here, because in the case of sin theta it is 1 1 on 2, and then see here, this is the thing, this is the relationship, this is how fx are being defined. Fx is being defined, this minus 1 to 1 is y here, and therefore f inverse y, this range, closed interval, minus 1 to plus 1, this will become what? The domain of your sine inverse function. And this particular thing will become your range set, range of your sine inverse function. And this is the only principle that how we are drawing it. So please remember, now this theorem, so minus 1 to plus 1, so please see, it will be minus 1 suppose is this much, plus 1 is this much. Now see, as I said, the value of pi by 2 is somewhat larger than 1 by 2. So the mark corresponding to pi by 2 will be at somewhat, see this is 1, so we have to take a distance greater than this thing, somewhat greater. So let this be pi by 2 and let this be minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 mark. And then see rest of the thing, that's simple. At minus 1 what the thing is? It is minus pi by 2. So you will start from here and then see you will go gradually like this and it is 0. And then see at 1, see you have to reach this particular point. So this will be the graph of y is equal to sine inverse x function. Y is equal to sine inverse x function. Please remember, it is not seen. Here see, this one, this much of distance is smaller in comparison to this. This has to be larger because this is pi by 2 and this is only 1. At sine pi by 2 the value is 1, whereas sine inverse minus 1 the value is pi by 2. So it has to be, at times see, you may have a feel as if both the graphs are of the same nature. No, they are different. That now see what in actually is happening is that see at times see good number of people say like this, that you are interchanging x and y axis. No, this is an incorrect statement. What the thing is happening is that the values of on x-axis now will come on y-axis, and the values of y-axis they will now come on the x-axis. You can't interchange them. Understand? Okay, so this thing so I once again repeat that what the factor position is that now this thing here the values on y-axis now will be plotted on x-axis. The values, the values of y-axis are this one. So now they will come on x-axis, and whatever the values on x-axis were, they will now come on the y-axis. So that is another way of saying the same thing, that the domain here will become the codomain or range there, and the domain here will become the codomain there, and the function will be 1 1 on 2. So with this understanding, and then see you can complete it. Rest all will give you the further margin. This is this thing, then you will repeat the thing. You can go like this and then all the way, like this thing. But right now you should be in a position to only draw the inverse inverse function in its principal branch. That will be more important. Okay, and but if you want to just see, repeat it all the way. Just like for sin x, if you want to do it, you will bring it back to pi by 2 and this thing, and all this thing. Likewise here also you can come like this, but that is not required. So now we will see the curve of this thing, cos inverse x function. I will take good time here explaining each and every curve here. And that is the reason that the first table which we have seen today, that will be of much importance. And see, that table you can remember only when you have acquired perfection there in drawing the graph of trigonometric functions. Now here, for cos x, now cos theta and cos minus theta, their curves I will be drawing in their principal branches. Please see, cos theta, what is this? It is its principal branch, you know, it is from 0 to pi. 0 to pi. And then what are the values? From 1 to minus 1. 1 to minus 1. See, to be more specific, please show intermediate point pi by 2 also. So 1 to 0, at pi by 2 it will be 0, and then here it will be minus 1. And close interval. So the curve here is like this, please see. 0 to pi, it is 0 mark, it is say pi by 2, and it is say pi at equal distance. So pi by 2 mark and pi mark, and here see the mark corresponding to minus 1 will be at somewhat smaller distance. If it is this much, it is coming here, so make it a bit smaller. It is not like that it is too small in parallel to it. Minus 1, minus plus 1. So here see what the thing is. At 0 it is 1 exactly 1. So you will come down, you will come down, you will come down like this, you will come down, and then yes. This is the curve of y is equal to cos x. Now see, 1, 1. Firstly, make sure, now how you will make sure all the values are coming here. And all intermediate values are coming here. See, from 1 to minus 1. So clearly what you are showing that all values from plus 1 to minus 1 are being acquired in its principal branch, and principal branch is what? Close interval 0 to pi. And so this is the thing. Now function is since 1, 1 on 2. So what the thing is that for the inverse, whatever for cos inverse, see, therefore cos inverse y will be equal to x. This is how the function is defined. It is defined like this. And this thing, that theorem, that f, that how we have defined the inverse function, provided f is bijective, was that if fx is equal to y, that f inverse y is equal to x. So that fact repeatedly we would be employing here. So the curve of cos inverse y now I am plotting here. So what the thing is, here the domain will be what? 1 to minus 1. Okay, so let it be minus 1, and at equal distance you make a mark minus 1. And then what? Now here at this thing, yes, 1 to minus 1. So 0 to pi. So at plus 1, what the value is? 0. It will be 0. Pi is say, pi by 2 is like here, and it will be at somewhat this much. And this is say the mark corresponding to pi by 2. And this is the mark corresponding to pi. Please see, it will be at a larger distance it will be at a greater distance in comparison. If this is 1, then this is somewhat larger. Make it this big 1. Okay? This big, take it this much. So these are the maths. Then see what the thing is happening. Here you will go, and you will then multiply this thing. And then at pi by 2 it will become minus 1. So you will be coming somewhere like this. Here. So this is the curve of y is equal to cos inverse x. Cos inverse x. Please see clearly. Whatever is the range here, that is between the domain here. So in a nutshell, whatever the values on x-axis are there, that value you will find here on the y-axis, and whatever the values are being coming on the y-axis, they will come on the x-axis. So this is the curve of y is equal to cos inverse x. If you want to draw further other branches, then see, you just go pi to then 3 pi by 2, this thing, then 2 pi. So you can just proceed it, like this. I am showing it dotted, and then here this way. That's right. Like this. This way again, see, dotted, you can, it will be minus pi by 2, then minus, and you can just complete the rest. But see, more important is the curve of cos inverse x is in the principal branch, that is closed interval minus 1 to plus 1. Now let us take the tan inverse, same thing. Tangent theta, you have seen its principal branch is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And how the values are taken here? Minus infinity to plus infinity here. In between, if you are showing this pi by 2, then here the values will be 0. So that's the result. So for tan x, what the curve says, draw lines at the spacing of pi by 2, let this be 0, this is pi by 2, this is minus pi by 2, then the curve is like this in the principal branch. In the principal branch. And in this thing, if you want to draw the curve, then see, draw a line like this. And suppose this is your origin, this is 0, this is now pi by 2 here, and this is say minus pi by 2 here. So now see the graph will go like this. Please see. Minus infinity to plus infinity. As you go, this thing will keep on gradually diminishing towards the x-axis. It won't coincide with it. At infinity, see, it will come closer to it. So the point is at minus pi by 2, the values are minus infinity. As you go from minus minus infinity, you are coming towards 0, then the values will come, and at 0 it will be 0. And then if you are going towards the positive side of the real line, then the values will keep on increasing, and they will be 0, and then eventually at pi by 2, they will be heading towards, at infinity, they will be getting towards closer to pi by 2. So this is the curve of y is equal to tan inverse x, and this is the curve of y equal to tan x. Please see. Similarly for cortex, I now need not to. Why? See, you yourself have to verify. Yes, this is now your domain. Please see, it is minus infinity to plus infinity, the curve. And the curve will go like this. See, the values are taken from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So only the principle which you have to employ is that in the principal branch of tangent theta, whatever is the range, that will become the domain of the inverse function, and whatever is the codomain, that will become the domain of inverse function. So that thing. So please remember, same thing. Here, instead of this vertical lines, you draw horizontal line. Same at the spacing of pi by 2. The branch will remain same. Principal branch here is for tan x, it is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Same here. It is minus pi by 2 sorry, it will be now what? Minus infinity to plus infinity. See, when you change it horizontally, then what is happening? See, whatever the values you are getting at the y-axis, they come now on the x-axis, and whatever the values you were getting earlier on the x-axis, they are now obviously coming on the y-axis. So this is how you get it. So please convince yourself, and I am just now quickly drawing here the curve of cot x here. So cot x and that of cot theta. See, you know what this is. Its principal branch is what? 0, 0. It will go pi by 2 to pi. Open on both sides. And what are the values it acquires? At 0 it is plus infinity, and then at pi by 2 it comes to 0, and then here it becomes minus infinity. See, this is the curve here. You are drawing the lines here, and here it is 0 now. This is pi by 2, this is pi by 2, and then see what the thing is like this. This is the curve of y is equal to cot x. This is the curve of y is equal to cot x. Initially it is infinity, and the values are continuously decreasing as you are going from 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Infinity, then see the values are, see all intermediate values are also being acquired. See what you need to understand here is, see all values, all possible values are being acquired from minus infinity to this thing, minus infinity to infinity. Though it is decreasing, so it will start at 0, it will be infinity, and then see it will keep on diminishing. So the curve of, in this curve of cot x, what you need to see is that the values are constantly decreasing. In the case of tan x was always an increasing function. Please see to it. There is you were like this. Initially the value was minus infinity, then they were minus very large, minus 1, minus 0.9, and then plus, and then it goes to. So the curve of tan x is continuously increasing, whereas that of cot x is continuously decreasing. So this aspect also you have to look into. And what about this curve of cot inverse x? Suppose you have to draw it. So same thing, in the principal branch, what you need to do is 0 to pi. So here see at 0, it is 0 here, pi by 2 over here, and then this is the pi. So it will be now going like this. You see, it will be going like this. So this is the curve of y is equal to cot inverse theta, or whatever you feel like you can write it. It is not that y is equal to cot x I will write. I can well write x is equal to cot inverse theta. But don't confuse it. They are independent curves. Mind it. I can write any damn thing. It is not that I will write y is equal to only cot inverse x here. X is equal to cot inverse y. X is equal to cot inverse y. I can write whatever I feel like. Y is equal to cot x. So x is equal to cot inverse y. See, this is though seems to be more rational at this particular, at the first instance. But see, don't make it a habit. It is an independent curve, x equal to cot inverse theta. So either way you can denote it. That also you have to keep in mind. Now let me take the remaining two curves. So again I repeat that what you need to ensure is, for drawing the curve of these inverse functions, is that you first make sure that your main curve, that is the main trigonometric function, is entirely in its principal branch. Is in the principal branch. Now see sec theta and cosec theta. Here see what you will see that these curves, okay, let me do it and then I will explain it to you. Now let me take first y is equal to cosec theta. Okay, cosec theta curve. I will just now tell you that what are its principal branches. It is minus pi by 2, open yes, because it will get into infinity, and therein you will go to 0. 0 is also not included. This minus pi by 2 will be included. It is closed on this side. This is open, union 0 to plus pi by 2. Okay, it is closed here. And what are the values which are being acquired? It is minus 1 to minus infinity, open, closed, just easy to remember. And here see, 0 is an interesting point. It won't be like in the cosec theta, that all you know. Because 1 upon sin theta is, you see, whenever denominator becomes 0, function becomes undefined. So theta 2 plus 1. So this is the principal branch, and how you obtain the curve of it. Simple, I told you, you draw a line and the spacing, so only principal branch is to be drawn here. So here minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, so this is minus pi by 2, and this is 0, this is pi by 2. And then see, two lines, one is here plus 1, another is minus. This is at a greater distance. See, pi by 2 is this thing, so 1 it should be smaller than this thing, so let me take it like this. And all these points you need to take into cognizance. Now, what do you do for this minus pi by 2, minus 1 to infinity? Minus 1 to infinity means this is the branch. This is the branch here. And here see plus 1 to infinity. So this way it will go. This way it will go. So it is not like this that it will coincide with the x-axis. Please see. You have to be careful. It will be coming nearer to it, nearer to it, nearer to it all the day. But so this will be the graph here. And minus pi by 2 to 0. This is the graph. No. Just hold on, just hold on. 0 to pi. This is first invertible. No, it should be infinity to minus pi. 0 to pi by 2. Just hold on. 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. It is. I think something. This is cosec theta. Cosec is minus. So 0 to pi. The first will come 0 to. At 0 it will be infinity. At 0 it will be infinity to 1. No. See, this is incorrect. Please see. Please see. At 0 it is infinity. Please. Wrong it is. Just a minute. Let me try it again. Let me check also. Yes, minus 1 to infinity. Okay. This is the graph here of cosec theta. Yes. It is 0 here, pi by 2 over here, and this is minus pi by 2. Okay. So this will branch of cosec theta is like this. So it will be coming like this. And this is plus 1 suppose, and this is say minus 1 mark, plus 1 mark, this is minus 1 mark. So it will be like this, please see. See, in 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2, it will be from infinity to 1. Please see, infinity to 1. And then minus pi by 2 to 0, it will be minus 1 to minus infinity. There it was okay. It will go like this. Make it nearer to it. Yes, this is the graph of y is equal to cosec theta. Please see. 0 excluded, it is open. So now it is corresponding to it. It is like this. And now see, for cosec inverse x, as I said, that whatever the values you have drawn on the x-axis, they will come on the y-axis. And whatever the values you have drawn on the y-axis, they will come on the x-axis now. So y-axis are what values? These values. And this, obviously you can see that all possible values. Here see, in this branch, what is this thing? All possible values from minus 1 to minus infinity are being taken. Here it is minus 1, and then see, as you are coming nearer to 0, the values are heading towards infinity. And then as you are going to 0 on the positive side, values are heading towards infinity. And then this like this thing. And then when you are coming pi by 2, the value will be all are coming to plus 1. So this thing now, how you will draw on for y is equal to cos inverse x. Instead of vertical lines, now you please draw this and then the one line here plus 1 and other line will be for plus 1. This is your 0, this is minus 1, this is pi by 2 and this is minus pi by 2. So please see what the value is, minus 1 to minus infinity, minus 1 to minus infinity, like this thing. This is 0, minus 1 to minus infinity as you are going this way. So where the values will be going? Minus pi by 2 to 0. Okay. So how you will get it. So minus 1 pi by 2, isn't it? Okay, minus pi by 2 it is. Okay, so now and then 0 to pi by 2 it is infinity to 1. Okay, so 0 to pi by 2, let me, I am drawing it infinity to 1. So here it is infinity. So now what way? Yes, it will be like this. This branch will come like this. It will be like this, and here it is minus 1. It is pi by 2. So minus 1 it is pi by 2. So it will go what way? This is like this, and this will come minus 1 minus pi by 2. Okay. 0 to, yes, this is 0 to pi. So minus pi by 2 it is 1. Okay. So now you will draw like this. That's it. See, these are the values. At see, what is the thing? When you are coming to minus infinity, please see. So the value is what? Minus infinity. This way you are going. Minus infinity is this. So the values will be what? Minus 1. And then when you are coming nearer to it, just a minute. 0 to it's okay. The values at minus pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. So minus pi by 2 will be minus 1. And then see, you are going. This is minus pi by 2. You are going here, this way. So yes, that's the curve here. Minus pi by 2. Yes. This is okay. Matching minus 1 to. And see, I tell you the way out also. That what you do here, again you will draw a upwards parabola 0 to pi. So this will come like this, upward. And then see, downwards, like this. This is complete. So this is, you will always find it to be absolutely okay. Okay. So this is the graph of cosec theta. Likewise for sec theta, we can draw it. Okay, sec theta, you do it on your own. I will take few properties so that we can proceed a bit further. But I will quickly tell you how to get it. For y is equal to sec theta, the way out is like this. You draw the, in the principal branch of sec theta is 0 to pi. So you write 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, then draw a line here plus 1, draw a line here minus 1, plus 1, this is minus 1. Okay, and then see in sec theta what you will do? From, you will draw this thing, this is plus 1, mind it, and this is minus 1. So what you do here, 0, and this is pi by 2. So you first inverted parabola, you draw like in the minus pi by 2 plus pi. So it will go like this here, this way. And then see, it will come like this. It will come like this. So this is the curve of y is equal to cot x. Cot theta, cot x, whatever you find. And for drawing the curve of this thing, cot inverse x, same thing. Do take this spacing here, draw like this, draw two lines, one corresponding to plus 1, other corresponding to minus 1. Let this be 0, and then first inverted parabola between 0 to, please make this 0. If it is cot principal branch is what? 0 to pi. So first inverted parabola you would be drawing between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So this is pi by 2, this is pi. So first inverted parabola you would be drawing like this, in this thing, like this thing. So like this, between minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2. So in this branch it will be go like this, and other one will be like this. So that is the curve of y is equal to cot inverse theta. So these are the curves. Practice them today so that I can take up all these so that you yourself is convinced. And now I will quickly take a few properties here which are very important, and see, understanding these properties here, of course, I would like to forewarn you that therein, for giving the proofs of the property, what we need to ensure is that every time we had to remain in the principal branch. Nowhere this principal branch is to be jumped. If at all we are jumping it, we had to come back to it. So now let us see few properties. First property is write down property 1 and how we get the proof of it. Very simple. Sine inverse minus x is minus sine inverse x. See, all those who are having branches between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, for them see no issues. Sine inverse, sine, and what else? Cosec inverse x minus x. It will be minus cosec inverse x, and then what else? Tan inverse x. Tan inverse minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x. This is one property 1. And for property 2, see what the thing is. Those who are having their branches 0 by 2, like cos, cot, and sec, therein, like we will show cos inverse minus x, it will be pi minus cos inverse x. There everywhere pi minus will come. And why this pi is included, that we will see to it. But gradually we will see, because there we would be jumping the principal branch. This is a simpler case. We will see to it. Any one of two of them we will do it. Okay. First part, let us do. Suppose we will give the proof of two of them. Sine inverse minus x, say it is theta. Let sine inverse minus x is theta. Now see, you should be careful enough. You should know where this minus x will lie. So minus x, see, this analysis you need to do very nicely. Now please see, minus x, where will it lie? It will lie between minus 1 to plus 1. Because you know what? That the principal branch of sine inverse, this domain of in the principal branch of sine inverse is what? Closed interval minus 1 to plus 1. So minus x over here, this minus x will lie there between minus 1 and plus 1. And what about theta? That is also equally important. Theta will lie there between closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Because these are the principal branches. These are the principal branches where we had to work in. Let me have a glass of water. Now see. So sine inverse minus x is theta. So we are justified in writing minus x is equal to sine theta. Because this is what the definition is. Sine inverse x is y. So y will be equal to sine x. So we are justified like this. Then x will be equal to what? Minus sine theta. Fine. Okay. So now this minus sine theta, we can well consume like sine of minus theta x. And then what we can now see here. See, now when you will write sine inverse x is minus theta, then again you had to ensure at this juncture that yes, you are well within your principal branches. Okay, let us see if where this x goes. So if minus x is between minus 1 and plus 1, then what will happen? So x will go wherein? First of all, see, both the things you have to make sure. And this is the best way of understanding the inverse function. Both these things. Whenever you are taking inverse, you need to see that minus x already you have checked. Now, whether x is also falling within your branch or not, that also you need to ensure. If it is not falling within your principal domain, then of course you have to change it. So this is what we need to do. So minus x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So x will lie where? In the inequalities you multiply with minus all the way. So what you will get? If you are multiplying with minus, so minus will equal to plus, and this inequality by sign will change. So minus, it will become x, and this will also become greater than minus 1. So no effect. it remains same thing. If minus x lies between minus 1 and plus 1, then see, interestingly, what you are finding, x also lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Same thing. This is it and this. See, they are same thing. This particular thing you can very well write to be what? X is greater than minus 1 and close to plus 1. See, this is how you can write it. So, and now see here, theta lies between minus pi by 2. So, minus theta again, same thing, will again lie between this thing, because if you multiply this equation with minus pi, what you will get? Pi by 2 will be greater than minus theta. See, this inequality, and this will be greater than what? Minus pi by 2. So, again see, you are getting the same thing. Rearranging it, what do you get? Minus pi by 2 is less than theta is less than pi by 2. See, even otherwise also, please see. If something is lying between minus 1 and plus 1, suppose theta is here or here, where whatsoever. So, now if theta is here, so minus theta will come here. And if it is theta is minus, then minus theta, that will come here. At the same distance. So, it will remain well within your limits, wanted limits, because you are not jumping your this principal branches. And this is the most important thing, because see, when you will see cos, then you will jump your branch. But here in the sine case, as I said, it is a simpler case, you still remain within your branch. So you encounter no such problem of coming back to your this principal branches. So my point is, here you have to be very cautious. Here you have to, because you are taking sine inverse x. Now sine inverse x you can come only when x is well within what? Minus 1 and plus 1. Likewise here, minus theta, this should be within your minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So that is why this analysis is more important as far as this theory is concerned and your understanding in depth of the things is concerned. So now you are saying sine inverse minus x is equal to minus theta. And what is your theta? Theta is your sine inverse minus x. And so at place of theta, minus theta, what you are writing? At place of theta, this is sine inverse x is equal to minus, and theta is your sine inverse minus x. And this proves the result. This proves the result. I wish to take another property. Should I take one more? Or Bhavi sir, should I take one more? Okay. Which one should I take? That of cosec or tan? Okay, let me take tan. I will leave it for you. Okay, tan inverse, I have to show tan inverse minus theta is equal to minus tangent theta. Okay. So same thing. Again, things will be simpler here. Let tan inverse minus theta is equal to, say, alpha. Now, where this minus theta will lie? Obviously, what is the principal domain of tan inverse? It is minus pi by 2, open interval minus pi by 2. So, now here see I am doing my analysis. Minus pi by 2, it is not closed, so minus theta here will lie between minus this thing to plus pi by 2. Okay, and what about my alpha? Alpha will of course be lie between minus infinity to plus infinity. Please see. The domain of tan inverse is what? Open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and range is from minus infinity to plus infinity. And as such, alpha will lie between this thing minus infinity to plus infinity. See, that is why I had cautioned you that this the table which I have shown there, that that should be well within your mind when you are dealing this inverse functions all the way. Question you can do it, but see, if you really want to be confident, then of course see, you need to see that what are the respective principal branches, and whenever you are doing this, you are going to doing this further analysis, then of course be sure that you remain within your principal branches. I take this example here. Tan inverse minus theta is alpha. Minus theta will be like this. Okay, so minus theta will be what? Tangent alpha. Tangent alpha you are justified because sine inverse means this thing. Okay, minus theta is tangent alpha. Fine. Now see, so theta will be what? It is minus tangent alpha. And tan minus tangent alpha, what you can write? Tan of minus alpha. This is theta. Okay. This is now again see. From again see, as I said, if minus theta is lying between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, then see, just now you have seen that if you multiply this whole thing by minus pi, then what you will get? You will get pi by 2, inequality will change and it will become minus theta, minus theta, and this inequality will also change. It will become what? Minus pi by 2. Open interval. So this is nothing, minus. So effectively what you are doing? Minus pi by 2 is less than minus theta, plus theta, and this is minus, this is pi by 2. So eventually you get the same thing, please see. And likewise here also, it is plus infinity, minus infinity, so this minus alpha. Now here see, you need to see minus alpha, again you will find it is lying between minus infinity to infinity. Please remember this result by the same reasoning. And then you multiply with this thing, what you will get? Here you multiplying minus infinity with minus will not mean. But then again see, by the same virtue you can say it. So you are justified, you are well within your branches, and therefore you can write now tan inverse theta is equal to minus alpha. Put the value of alpha, alpha is tan minus tan inverse this thing minus theta is equal to this thing tan inverse theta, this minus you bring it, so what you get is tan inverse minus theta, rearranging it is multiplying with this thing, you get minus tan inverse theta, the result is proved. But interestingly, those who are having the principal branches in 0 to pi, that is your cos inverse expansion, your cot, and then your inverse of cos, that is sec. There in C, what you will find? That C, interestingly, you will jump your this principal branch. And that is why see, this thing you please see, I am taking cos inverse minus x. See, here in see what are the properties? Cos inverse and then sec inverse minus x and then cot inverse. That is, wherever you have their principal branches between in 0 to pi, then what you get? Pi minus cos inverse x, and this is pi minus sec inverse x, and this is pi minus cot inverse x. We will take the proof of two of them and see these are interesting. And so here I will now take these things very easily. First, let us take this thing cos inverse minus x. So let cos inverse x minus x be equal to say theta. Say theta. So what are the values here? Minus x. Minus x, see, please see, don't escape these things. Because students, you know, you will be losing your entire depth if you will not do this analysis later in the day. Otherwise, see, you know, people what is cos inverse minus theta, they will like minus cos theta, and then this minus x, they will write x equal to minus cos theta, and then cos theta they will write cos pi minus theta, and then they will again take the inverse without ensuring, and you will get the result. No, that's wrong. And if see a good teacher is there, then he or she will reward you 0 marks. So this is more important, and that is why I am saying that please at every step you have to make sure that you are well within your domain and co-domains of principal branches. Whenever you are doing. So please see here minus x, it will be confined between what? Plus 1. And then see this theta will be where? It will be from 0 to pi. 0 to pi. And here see 0 to pi, theta. Okay. Pi. Well, now see what is happening. Yes, you are this. Initially you are well within the branches, so you are justified by definition. Minus x will be equal to cos of theta. Why? By definition of inverse region. By definition, see, reason it out each and everything. Best way of understanding the things, see, it may take a little bit longer time for you people to understand the things. But once you understand it, then see, one thing is it will be forever. You will start enjoying your subject. Else you will always be in the escapist mode. And you will somehow mug the things. You will forget it after a few days. So you are justified. Because by definition, f inverse fx is equal to y, then y is equal to cos inverse x, both ways. This is how you define a provided function is bijective. This is the justification. And then x will be equal to minus cos theta. And then x will be equal to minus cos theta. Why I am writing pi minus theta, that you need to understand now. Minus cos theta, pi minus theta, you could have written something else, but now I will show you why. Cos, because cos pi minus theta, you know it is minus cos theta only. But what is the purpose of writing it? That see if you can understand it, then see you will understand this entire inverse trigonometric functions. Please see what actually is happening is that yes, theta minus cos theta. Cos minus theta is plus theta, that's a good thing. But now please see. First of all, let us see x. X, where x minus x is between minus plus 1. So, as you have seen earlier in both the cases, if you multiply this inequality, what you will get? 1 is greater than equal to minus x, that is plus x, and it will be greater than plus 1. So, that amounts to the same thing. I am not repeating. So, eventually, what you will get is the same thing. X will also lie between, as you have seen in the earlier case also, x will be lying between this thing. Now, here let us see. Minus theta, where will it go? Pi minus theta we have to see, because next time we would be writing cos inverse x. So now see, this theta will lie here. Multiply with 0, okay? So minus 0 less than minus theta, it will be greater than now. When you are multiplying with this thing, minus theta, and this will be again greater than minus pi. So what you are getting this thing? This thing is now between minus pi is greater, this minus theta will be greater than this thing, and this will be less than your 0. Now what I say, you have to calculate the value of pi minus theta, so add pi everywhere. So when you are adding pi here, in this inequality what you will get? This is this, and minus theta plus pi, or you can write, okay, let me write minus theta plus pi. And here you are adding, so what you will get? Pi. So what this gives you eventually? What it means is pi minus theta is less than pi. See, this is the analysis which you need to understand. This is the analysis which you need to understand. That pi minus theta will again come in the principal branch, 0 to pi. See, if pi minus theta would have not been in your principal branch of function, because you will be taking cos inverse x. Therefore, see, it has to be within the principal branch of cos pi. Earlier, see, minus theta, you have seen it is change. Minus theta has come into minus pi to 0, which is not the principal branch. So, in order to bring it in the principal branch, we have purposely added pi here. Pi we have added. So, and that's it, why we are writing it pi minus theta. So, that is the reason. We could have done something else. But again, this manipulation we had to do it just to bring it in our principal branch. Once we have brought everything in our branch, now x is well within minus 1 and plus 1, and this pi minus theta is well within 0 to pi. So we are justified in taking the cos inverse x. Cos inverse x is pi minus theta, and then see cos inverse x is equal to pi, and in place of theta we can write like this thing, cos inverse minus x. So bring this thing this way. So what you will get is cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. So this is another good property which you have just slightly seen. Otherwise, see, there are certain formulas like sine inverse x plus sine inverse y is equal to sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. All these things within the bracket. So that thing, therein also you need to ensure all such things. That though they are not in your syllabus, but if you are going for some competitive examination, then of course see, they are very fruitful formula. So I am just leaving it here again, purposely not going at a faster rate. so that you have enough of good time at your disposal, so that you have this idea. And next time that's the next session on my, that is day after tomorrow, will again be devoted on the properties. And few properties I will be taking out away from the syllabus also. But with the request that, see, once again, please make sure and try to do few properties from the book, like sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2, sec inverse x plus cot x pi by 2. All these things, and the remaining part you please do it. I stop here because I have some webinar here from 2. So taking leave. Thank you.